I don't think I've ever come across this bunker before. Jesus, it's huge. Whoever stayed down here sure was ready for the worst of it. Our bunker wasn't half as big.
Well, I'll be damned. This is Duchess Bunker. He was a major cog in the resistance, had eyes on everything. Kept us out of harm's way. Wonder what happened to him.
Oh, man, this place is spooky. Could you imagine being trapped up in here for 3 whole years with Joseph Seed? Not for me, no thank you.
What's with Montana and bunkers? Was anybody fucking normal here?
Dutch used to live here. Now there was a man who never shut up.
The prepper who this bunker belonged to, Dutch? I wish he were still around today. He'd give the highwaymen hell.
Man, I swear on my mother's probable grave that the judge was normal before they got trapped up in here with Joseph Seed for 3 years.
I don't know what it is, but I really don't like this place.
This place feels haunted.
I remember a guy trying to repurpose this place into some kind of animal shelter. What was his name? Dave something.
I remember old Dave. He wasn't the only bear around here, if you know what I mean.
Oh, man, the Fowler brothers must have been holed up here after the bombs dropped. Wonder what happened to Cheeseburger. The Fowlers were dorks, but Cheeseburger, man, he was an OG.
What dippy idiot is building an animal shelter in the apocalypse?
God has no houses here anymore.
Huh. I wonder if that bell still works.
Not too sure we need animal shelters these days. People's more in need of shelters.
The Fowler brothers were huge dorks, but Cheeseburger, he was pretty cool, man. Him and I got drunk together one night and had an arm wrestle. It's good times.
Looks like the person that built this place got eaten by one of his animals. Huh, idiot.
We should take a look around.
This here's where the highwaymen paint their cars.
There should be some useful shit around here. We should check it out.
Highwaymen sure are a waste of good talent.
Heh! If my 3-year-old grandkid drew this, I wouldn't put it on my fridge.
Looks like some kind of workshop. One thing's got to be said about the highwaymen. They're artsy.
Well, so this is what passes for art around here?
I mean, I'll admit it, I don't really understand modern art.
The highwaymen paint cars here. We should look around. Bound to be something useful.
This looks interesting.
Who was the fucking weirdo that built this place?
Oh, my goodness, you know who? Nadine Abercrombie. She used to live right here, man. She was a real weirdo, man. Yeah, I bet she probably got some fucked up shit in her bunker.
People called Nadine crazy, but no one's crazy for wanting to build a bunker these days.
Scrap, scrap, and more scrap. Maybe there's something we can use.
Heard there was some kind of contraption hidden around here somewhere.
Lady that lived here, man, she loved on her some comic books big time. That can only mean one thing. She got a basement full of crazy shit.
This place kind of reminds me of that game Mousetrap.
Some sort of junkyard. Let's keep an eye out for any materials.
Oh, goody! One woman's junk is another's craft store.
Home. What I wouldn't give for one single memory of what it used to be like.
Gotta admire a family that raised a child in all this.
I remember one time after I woke up naked on the runway over there, man, Kim beat the brakes off of me.
The twins run human trafficking out of here. Their old man Vince would have never stood for this shit.
This homestead's been in the Rye family for generations. Pains me to see what it looks like now.
It's weird to both love and hate coming back here. Depends on the day, really.
I like this Rye family. Raised their girl right.
This place used to belong to my buddy Nick. We had a lot of great adventures together, him and I.
I was never cool with human trafficking. I stayed away from that shit.
This place was called Ryan's Sons for years till Carmina came along. Feel sorry those folks had to give up their home. They had their whole lives ahead of them.
Hold up. That's New Eden's compound. Just think twice before you get anywhere near that place.
So this is where Eden's Gate lives now.
Man, this place sure has changed from when I lived around her back in the dirt.
We're in Freak Central now.
This is the New Eden compound. If you decide to go in there, you're on your own. I got too much unfinished business with these people.
Can't say the Edeners aren't inventive. We can get some inspiration from this place.
This place is beautiful in its own way.
Man, my mama would have been so pissed off if she was still her. Surrounded by all these weirdo nerds, man. Ain't no one hates nerds more than my mama.
What a bunch of weirdos.
We're in the heart of New Eden territory. They won't bother us, so long as we don't give them a reason to.
Larry Parker's old place. You would not believe the stories my dad used to tell me about that guy.
Weirdo who lived here used to have a bunker, could still be around.
Oh, man. Rest in peace, Larry Parker. You were torn to shreds by space crabs, and that is a very painful way to go, I know from personal experience.
We tried to take this place a few times, but gave up. It seemed like more trouble than it was worth.
Careful. I've seen highwaymen around here before. People love to squat in bunkers, and highwaymen love forcing them out.
Well, for a smart person, Larry Parker sure was useless at saving Earth. I mean, I got beamed up to Mars on account of this nerd being beta as fuck, and I straight tore shit up there. Easy peasy, putting in pie. Took my dick, I still made him cry.
Never had the hands for electrical work, but there could be something worth something round here.
Careful. Whoever's in that bunker has been able to hold off the highwaymen so far.
Larry Parker's old place. Knowing that old coot, he left something useful behind.
I can't believe Joseph Seed's been up here the whole time. How did he survive? There's something odd about all this.
Man, fruit snacks can go fuck as shit, man. They ain't nothing but sweet vegetables. No thank you. Don't come around here trying to be nothing more than that.
New Eden sucks. I can't believe these dippy weirdos fight so hard to protect it.
This place gives me the heebie-jeebies. Let's not linger.
My God, look at this place. The way nature moves here. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
Jesus, I can't believe what I'm seeing. How long has New Eden kept this a secret? We should look around.
Doesn't feel right. None of this feels right.
I can't believe this dam is still standing. And that tree. I can't identify it. Must be irradiated.
Man, this here must be the alpha tree that all the soy beta cuck trees listen to.
Fuck this place.
This is where they honor those they've lost. It's the same for every one, race, color, or creed. Dust to dust, ashes to ashes.
There's some New Eden eeriness going on here. This place gives me the creeps.
Don't much like burning folk. At least leave some bones behind to show you walked the county, you know?
Yeah, I'm probably responsible for a few of these bodies here.
What is this place even for, man? I don't understand.
Let bygones be bygones, especially in death. Those who are dead command respect from the living.
Oh, great. Dead people. This is the last place I want to be in right now.
I don't want to be cremated myself. Just wrap me in a quilt and leave me to the wolves.
Why do the Peggies have a smaller fire pit here when they got a big-ass fire pit there? I mean, that don't make no kind of sense.
Yo, this place gives me the creeps. Let's get out of here.
I remember stumbling across a bunker around here. Couldn't find a way in, though.
Oh, so this is where Skylar and that douchebag boyfriend of hers ended up.
Always liked Skylar, like the daughter I maybe had.
I once woke up chilly butthole swing ball naked here.
People either lost their memory or their minds. Think I know which happened here.
Man, the farmer that ran this place was a real jerk, okay? The guy was always taking his temper out on the delicious animals. Hey, he did have the most tender steak, though.
Wild boars tend to roam these parts. I'm glad they made it. To be honest, I find them kind of cute.
Looks like some piggy's been snuffling for tubers around here.
There's a giant fucking boar around here somewhere.
Farmer here likes to beat his meat, and I'm not talking about the fun kind. I mean, he is a real dick to animals.
I've heard rumors some of the animals around here are really huge. Wonder what they're eating.
Nice enough spot. Might move in myself if no one wants it.
This place is a dump. I doubt anyone's been here in years.
How the hell is this place still standing, man? I swear to God it was run down even before the bombs.
God never had much time for me. Oh, I don't blame him. I never have much time for God.
This looks like it's about to fall apart.
Man, every time I see this place, I just picture fucking Slash out front, just dry humping his guitar and a fucking guitar solo just tickling my nut hairs.
Watch your step around here. I smell ashes.
This place looks like it could collapse any second.
We don't go through these railway tunnels. Highwaymen are known to squat here, digging through the old train cars.
Well, this here was gonna be my bat cave. I just, never got around to building it, but I did have some kick-ass parties down here.
Now, if memory serves me right, there's a tunnel around here those pesky wrongdoers frequent.
The highwaymen are dug in like ticks in these old rail tunnels.
I thought I could live in this cave, but it turns out caves are real spooky at night. Plus, I kept getting bears in here, so I was trying to make, rock suits and stuff like that, but they didn't ever work too well. It was like they were attracted to my scent or something,
Highwaymen love hanging around these railway tunnels. We're not exactly in the safest territory right now.
Last time I was here, I stopped to take some pot shots at some highwaymen. Wonder if they're still around. Oh, I could use some target practice, and it's always fun to piss in their cereal.
This place here is the middle of fucking nowhere.
This whole terrain must have shifted when the bombs fell. Gotta be tons of nooks and crannies.
This place looks pretty dangerous. I doubt anyone's tried to go down there. Could be worth checking out.
Watch you don't fall in the sinkhole.
I just hope there ain't none of them freaky albino bat people up in her.
Careful around here. The earth might just swallow you up.
Oh, shit, was that bridge broken before? I can't remember. And now that I think about it, I don't even give a shit. Oh, but I do have to shit.
If we're gonna check out this train wreck, let's make it quick. Brings back too many bad memories.
Are you gonna climb up there? Whoa, be careful, kiddo. Rust ain't all it's cracked up to be.
We should probably take a look around. Bound to be something useful around here still.
Man, I remember when Sharky was the only train wreck in Hope County.
Wonder if this old supply train still has anything useful aboard.
This place is pretty picked over, but I bet we can still find something useful.
That train used to be full of knickknacks. Could be some left over.
This is the place the highwaymen call Black Lung Mine. If you ask me, it's the worst of the Twins' forced labor camps.
Oh, I know this smell. All the old guns smell like this.
Know what's funny, man? I used to think that coal was made by, plants, pressure, and heat, but it turns out old construction sites can make it too.
I can't say this enough. Never let the highwaymen take you alive. You don't want to end up in a place like this.
It's where they make gunpowder. Cheeky name, huh?
Survivors that are taken here are usually dead within a week.
Smells like gunpowder around here.
Oh my goodness, Clutch Nixon? My man did a stunt around here one time. It was awesome. Goddamn, wonder what happened to that dude.
Heard they took Rush here. Poor bastard. The Black Lung Mine is the worst of all labor camps.
The highwaymen drag people here and work them to death making gunpowder.
This used to be a geothermal park before the bombs fell. From hot springs to sulfur pools. What a contrast.
Ugh, what kind of soft-headed so-and-so sets up shop over a sulfur pond?
You know, Baby Blade, he really liked it here too, but, not much of a yard, so I think he's better off back in prosperity.
Jesus, I can't believe those dummies kept my baby in this dump.
I'd block my nose if I were you. The sulfur coming out of these pools can make you dizzy.
The highwaymen would extract sulfur from these ponds to make explosives. Once we saw that, we started doing the same thing. Sometimes the enemy can teach you something.
Smells like a rotten egg farted in the bath.
Sharky wanted us to live here, man, but I can't deal with the smell of sulfur. Less is my own, know what I'm saying?
What the fuck were Herc and Sharky thinking staying here?
Oh, what is that god-awful smell?
This entire highwayman camp is dedicated to crafting bullets. Guess who does all the work? I'll give you a hint, it's not the highwaymen.
Being forced to spend the last years of your life in a bullet farm. Oh, can't abide.
Well, everybody in my family spent a little time here. I mean, Sharky even had a cell named after him. They called it Sharky's Jerk Shack, because of all his masturbating and the great chicken he made.
The bullet farm. This place is depressing as fuck. I hated coming here. Don't let the highwaymen take you alive. You don't want to end up in one of these camps.
Ever wonder why the highwaymen are so well armed? It's because they've got people rounded up here making ammo. It's a damn bullet farm.
People call this the bullet farm. If the highwaymen capture you, places like this are usually where you end up.
What kind of place is a prison both before and after the world ends? The property's cursed, I tell ya.
Are you kidding me? They make bullets here now? When I was here, all I got to do was make license plates and love to my mattress.
Fear of the prisoner run was how they kept people in line on the farm.
If you ever think you've got it bad, just remember, you could always be a prisoner here making bullets for the highwaymen.
Ever wonder why highwaymen are missing so many teeth? Well, bad hygiene, but also because they use this place to punch each other out.
Better ways to get your jollies off than smacking folk around.
I'm the first one to tell you I got no love for the highwaymen, but I'll give them this. They do know how to entertain. I mean, demolition derbies, pit fights. I mean, that's like going balls deep in the mashed potato, man. Fuck, it's good times.
The pit is actually pretty fun. I doubt the cornballs in Hope County will want to keep it.
I think the highwaymen call this place the pit. It's where they bet on bare-knuckle fistfights. Someone usually dies. Otherwise, it ain't fun.
This little arena here is run by the highwaymen. It's where they place bets on bare-knuckle boxing matches. My kind of thing. I mean, who wouldn't want to watch two of those idiots beat each other senseless?
I like watching a good tussle as much as anyone, but this is gross.
I miss this place. The fights were always fun.
I'm sure you already concluded this based on my superior upper body and the fact that I move like a panther, just super coordinated and stuff, but yeah, I'm big in time into MMA, always have been. So, I'm thinking I'd like to take this place over when we get rid of the highwaymen and kind of do my turn as Dana White, you know what I'm saying?
This used to be known as the Silver Lake Trailer Park. Now the highwaymen use the space to beat each other senseless.
Rivers like this one tend to pick up any loose supplies or materials and carry them downstream. You just gotta find where they end up.
What the fuck are we even doing out here?
This place is boring. But if we follow the stream, we might find something useful.
Ghosts can't follow you over running water. Oh, just kidding. They can follow you anywhere.
Wonder where this stream might lead us. What's the saying? Follow your nose.
I've seen a lot of people around this river scrounging for whatever they can find.
Then he showed me a river of the water of life, clear as crystal, coming from the throne of God.
Only good thing about this derby arena is the number of highwaymen they bury.
They got two types of derbies. One where they promote the winner, and another one where they punish the people they don't like.
Well, this place is an eyesore.
This is the place where the highwaymen get their kicks. After a night of racing, you can smell the fumes for days.
Weird little fucker named Irwin told me about this place, man. Pretty sure you were standing on my package the whole time, man. Made me uncomfortable. I was all like, eyes are up here, dude.
Highwaymen hold a derby here every once in a while. Waste of good ethanol, if you ask me. But if you're them, what do you care?
There's always a lot of noise coming from this place.
The derby was actually kind of cool. I was undefeated. I guess I still am.
The highwaymen hold races here every now and then. You know, when raiding and killing gets boring. My parents told me this place used to be called Fall's End. It's the reason everyone here knows one another.
This is the only thing left standing in what was once a vibrant town.
I'm actually happy there's a functioning garage, man. This place is 1,000 times more useful than Fall's End ever was.
Fuck yeah. Glad to have the shop back. Spent a lot of time here when I ran with the highwaymen.
Boy, Georgie, it'll take forever to wash off this damn graffiti.
I used to spend so much time around here, both before and after my sermons. Good memories.
I don't know what everyone else is complaining about, man. This place ain't never looked better.
Those assholes can find another garage to buff their vehicles. This one's ours.
Losing this place is gonna hurt the highwaymen. This was their biggest shop in the area.
Those hoodlums couldn't keep this place from us.
Good thing we've taken this chop shop. Highwaymen were using it to work on their vehicles. Guess they'll just have to find someplace else.
This used to be a stupid town, but now it's useful.
You were never lonely if you were in Fall's End. I don't know if it's the same place anymore.
When the highwaymen had this place, it was a huge operation. They searched the waters day and night for whatever they could salvage.
The highwaymen thought they could just sit on all these goods and no one would bother them. They thought wrong.
Oh my goodness, looky here. This reminds me of Big Sally. She was this boat I had back in the Rook Islands. Man, those were the days.
Bunch of stupid boats and planes, but their scrap is helpful.
Look at this eyesore those hooligans put up here.
Kicking the highwaymen out of here means less resources for them and more for us. Little by little, that's how we'll beat them.
New Eden territory, man, it's just across the water there, but I'd stay away from there if I were you, man. Unless you like hanging out with weirdos.
Not really the waterfront property that people dream about.
You know, I once woke up naked here, too.
When we lost this refinery, we lost our biggest source of fuel. Now that it's back in our hands, we need to make sure that doesn't change.
It's cool you got this place back and all, but they still don't know shit about making party liquor.
When we surfaced, we knew that without any energy or any fuel, we were dead. That's why we turned this grain elevator into an ethanol refinery.
Looks like the highwaymen are gonna be sucking fuel out of hoses now with this refinery gone.
This place went up before the radio signals did. The people needed a stiff drink before they needed to talk to each other.
Those of us who survived turned this old grain elevator into an ethanol refinery. Never took more than we needed. Just enough to keep us warm at night.
I mean, this place is okay and all, but the ethanol me and my cousin were making was a lot better.
We've been struggling ever since the highwaymen took this refinery out from under us. Now that it's changed hands again, I hope it stays that way for good.
The guy who ran this place was an asshole. I'm glad that idiot lost it.
Ethanol. Never touched the stuff myself.
Can you believe these dummies are only producing ethanol for fuel? I mean, they ever even drank it or what?
A good initiative our people showed here, making all this fuel.
This used to be an old water treatment plant. Back when I was a kid, I would actually skip Sunday school and come here with my friends.
Well, we got ourselves a watering hole here. Personally, I don't drink this stuff. I train myself.
A little while back, the survivors came together and turned this old water treatment center into a sort of watering hole, somewhere to kick back and relax. Didn't last long, huh?
This'll be a real morale boost for everybody in Hope County. Those dummies love this place.
Fancy a drink? 8 bottles a day, remember?
The locals used to say this old water treatment plant was responsible for the quality of our craft beer. If you ask me, that's just the beer talking.
Well, now all we need to do is find a way to keep the demon fish from taking this place over because, they're doing a number on the ecosystem. You can tell. It's bad.
Used to be so nice coming through here. You'd come get your water, see someone you know, stop and chit-chat. I really hope we get back to that someday.
It's a little less exciting getting this place back if you know the highwaymen used to pee in the water.
Might want to boil this water before you drink it.
Back in the day, there was this crazy dude named Zip, and he was convinced the cult was using this place to turn animals gay and whatnot. Oh, man, Zip had too much time on his hands. But imagine if they were. Imagine if they were doing that. What would that mean, man? What would that be about? Probably 9/11.
I didn't live this long by being willy-nilly with my drinking water.
This used to be known as Sacred Skies Youth Camp. It also used to be filled with joy and laughter.
We're just two people getting wood, man, helping each other out.
We turned this place into a logging camp for wood. Then, guess what? Highwaymen came for that too. They're real shit disturbers.
It's just a bunch of wood. It's stupid, but everyone needs it.
Used to hate loggers. Now I'd bake 'em a pie at the drop of a hat.
When I was younger, I volunteered here. It was a youth camp. Community service helped shape me into the man I am today. Or the man I was, rather.
Apparently, my cousin Sharky finger blasted some pretty hot Jesus chick here back in the day.
Everyone's a lumberjack if they just peer deep enough into their souls.
Not a homestead in the county without a log from this camp in the wall.
I like this place better when it used to be a summer camp for horny Jesus nerds.
I love the smell of sawdust. Call me weird, but it takes me back to simpler times.
The survivors built this antenna years ago. Took us months to scavenge all the parts needed.
Man, this place is super cool and all, but I'll tell you what I did one time, man. I took a regular old monkey, upgraded it with a radio, man. Monkey radio. Yeah, man, bringing you all the hits. On a monkey.
The twins have been using this spot to coordinate with all the highwaymen throughout the country. They're gonna want this place back.
Look at all the hard work we did here, just so we could cuss at each other across the county again.
We built this tower hoping to catch signals. Hear from anyone, anywhere. Well, we got what we wished for. I'll never forget the day we heard the highwaymen coming.
Here we are, boy, in the belly of the beast. This here, today is our day. This is our opportunity. Stop surf rock forever.
I was too young when the survivors built this thing. My dad helped out a whole lot with it. He was always so good with his hands.
Having communications up and running again will really help us.
I don't much care what they play on the radio in the end. I've just missed music.
If this here's where all the surf rock is coming from, man, I say we just burn it straight on down to the ground.
This radar station was one of the first things the highwaymen came after. Blocked all our communications. It's been hell finding a workaround.
This place is more valuable to the twins than ethanol. They're gonna want it back for sure.
I remember when we started building this, to think I doubted we could do it.
Finally, we take something from the highwaymen that wasn't already ours. I could get used to this.
This place is all covered in sand. It's got big pieces of rusty metal sticking out everywhere. We should turn it into a children's play park or something, man. It'd be perfect for that.
I can't even imagine what we've stopped the highwaymen from doing with this forge.
It feels so good to take the forge away from them. They'll be hurting for weapons now.
What a bunch of junk! Really, really useful junk.
This place used to be a garage, man. My daddy had his truck tuned up here at least once or twice.
Back in the day, this place was called U.S. Auto. Had the best mechanics in town working here. Good, reliable people. Miss those days.
Oh, man, I gotta use some of this scrap metal to make ninja stars for my baby sometime. You got a baby who needs ninja stars or anything?
You'd be surprised what could be slapped together with the right garbage.
Now that we've rid this place of the highwaymen, don't be surprised if New Eden comes knocking. This was their home long ago.
Oh, you know what, man? This place, her, used to belong to a mega babe named Faith. Well, she was mega hot, but I mean, there was like a few different Faiths, I think. Like, I think Joseph just used to replace them, man. He'd swap them out when they got too old, like fucking Menudo.
We call this place the garden on account of all the overgrowth.
In the long run, nature takes everything back.
Convents give me the creeps. The sooner we get out of here, the better.
Seeing as how this place used to belong to the Edeners, they're probably a little relieved to see it out of enemy hands.
In my more naive days, I used to visit this place a lot, hoping the Faith's ghost would appear, like in the olden days, and she'd be all super horny and stuff. Like, I'd try and summon her with my sex magic, you know? So I would just jerk off here a lot, just masturbate nonstop while screaming her name out the top of my lungs.
When I see how overgrown it's all got, I doubt we'll have things even close to the way they were again.
Sometimes you gotta take what nature gives you and run with it.
Man, I mean, it's weird to say, but I kind of miss Eden's Gate. I mean, these new pegs are super lame.
Peaceful here, like someone put a lid on a lot of screaming.
The old Moonflower Trailer Park. Don't think I ever remember it being a trailer park, though. Always been abandoned as far back as I can recall.
You know, Sharky used to love this place simply because it was a consequence-free environment where he could just do anything, you know, be Sharky, you know. But then the collapse happened and the whole world became his trailer park. So, you know, some things worked out.
A lot of people call this place home. It's good they've got somewhere to stay again.
Sharky will be happy we got this place back.
Thought about living here, then I realized it's a few steps away from a retirement home.
Feels good to give these people a roof over their heads. They deserve security, protection. Let's try to keep it that way.
This place just ain't the same without the burnt-up cultists and the disco music and whatnot.
Didn't take long before we gave this place the nickname Trailer Town. It's lacking in creativity, but a trailer town's exactly what it is.
Cool. Trailers. Yay.
If I don't kick the bucket hanging out with you, maybe I'll move in here when the fighting's done.
Highwaymen drove the survivors out of here a while back. They put a lot of time into this place, and just like that, overnight, it no longer belonged to them.
I'm more of a live-on-my-own type, but seeing this place, I can understand why people would want to live together.
This here's one of our oldest community farms. Everything is rationed and shared. Doesn't amount to much, and our bellies are never full, but it keeps us going.
I think it's weird that we grow food and animal shit, but when I shit in someone's yard, people yell at me.
When I was younger, Mom and I spent a lot of time here. She taught me so much about sowing seeds and tending the crops.
I'm starving. Glad we got this place back.
It's hard work to scratch a living out of the earth.
Ever since the highwaymen came to town, they've shown a lot of interest in this farm. Started with taxing us. Now it's full-blown seizure, and they'll just keep trying.
I gotta make sure Blade eats his vegetables so he can grow up to kick ass like me. I mean, I ain't never had a vegetable in my life, that's a fact. But maybe he doesn't possess my God-given gifts. I mean, maybe they skip a generation or something, because Lord knows my daddy didn't have my power.
First time in a long time that this farm's back in our hands. Does some good for the soul.
The highwaymen are gonna have to ration food now. That's not gonna sit well with them.
If you don't contribute to the farm, you don't eat. That's my rule.
We lost a lot of produce, but it's nothing we can't come back from, so long as we can keep the highwaymen at bay.
I once woke up naked in this farm, too. Weird. Weird indeed. Something fishy's afoot.
This farm's an important piece of our identity. The highwaymen were wrong to think they could just roll up and take it.
The highwaymen were terrible farmers anyway.
Farms always calm me down. Life's returning to the earth.
These people are passionate about their flame. If the New Edeners can direct that energy into helping us, it's all been worth it.
Seeing this fire? Know what? Makes me miss s'mores. You ever had a s'more? Oh, man, s'mores are good. Boy, I love s'mores, man. I gotta find someone who knows how to make a marshmallow.
This is where the Edeners burn everything they possess from the old world. It's like some sort of cleansing. Everyone starts over in their own way, I guess.
Great. Now these dipshits can go back to doing whatever the fuck they were doing up here.
Burning anything from the old world. What a waste.
The New Edeners are genuinely grateful. I have to believe you've done a good thing.
Those New Eden fellas, man, they come here to throw all their shit away. It's like some sort of sacred dumpster to them.
Highwaymen always gave New Eden a hard time about this place. That's what they do. Attack the things that are important to you.
I wonder if any of these dingbats recognize me. We used to fuck with this place just because we knew these wackos loved it.
New Edeners claim to live the best, but burning anything you don't like is awfully wasteful.
Helping the New Edeners seems risky to me. I hope you know what you're doing.
Smell that. This is where New Eden will welcome its new members with their ritual sex magic. I mean, at least that's what I've heard. And if it's true, that makes them 1,000% cooler than those pagan nerds, man.
This is what I'm talking about. It's not just us that have beef with the highwaymen. The Edeners are being terrorized by them too.
The only reason the highwaymen are here is because they know it bothers the dippy New Edeners.
If we shoo these highwaymen away, New Eden might bake us cookies.
This is where they destroy technology from back in my day. Can't fault them for that. That stuff drove me crazy too.
Joseph Seed had like this giant statue of himself built here, and you know what? I'll be honest with you, man. I hated on it. I hated on it pretty ferociously, man. And I think that just came from a place of jealousy, though, because I always kind of hoped I'd have my own Hope County statue of myself.
The New Edeners were on some old-school dippy Burning Man shit here.
We're getting close to the old water treatment plant. I bet there's a whole lot of bad company there.
I'm gonna tell you something, but I'm gonna ask you keep it between you and me, okay? I just gotta tell this to someone. Sometimes I come up here, and I'll take a big old piss and drinking water. Yeah, I do. I don't even know why I do it, man. I don't know if it's a revenge or if it's fetish or what, man, but I just stopped questioning a while back.
Just great. They're sitting on our fresh water source. Only way to get it back is by taking them out.
We took this place over to break the spirit of Hope County. The fresh water was just a bonus.
County needs water more than it needs these bozos.
Looks like the highwaymen are squatting here. Don't those guys have anything better to do?
Them cult folks used to put drugs in the water, but now it's super fresh and just like really boring to drink.
Our fresh water is being hoarded by these assholes. We need to free that place up.
The highwaymen use this as their main water source now. It would be good to take it from them.
This puddle's ours. Can't let these children splash around in it.
I'm under the impression the highwaymen just don't understand the word no. It starts with the twins and trickles on down. Let's see if they get it this time.
The highwaymen are not sharing the water, which doesn't really affect me because I never touch the stuff, but everyone else is real worried.
We should skim these bugs from the pool.
Well, Blade's gonna have to start drinking water soon, so we should probably take this place back.
Taking this place didn't break the spirit of Hope County like we hoped, but I'm sure they'd appreciate it back.
We should get these flies out of our water soup.
Now we're talking, man. I mean, this here is a proper post-apocalyptic adventure, right? Fighting a gang over water. I mean, that's what it's supposed to be about. Unless it's Waterworld, then it's sand, but you get it.
I trained some of the people guarding the water now. These fuckers can fight.
This watering hole's the life of the county. We need it back. Might have to get some blood in the water.
Huh. Here's a nice little operation. The highwaymen are stripping materials from sunken boats and planes. We should go and say hello.
Man, TBH? TBH, okay? I'm just TBHing here. I think the highwaymen are scared of New Eden.
Shit. The highwaymen are gonna keep fighting for this island as long as they have the bodies to do it. We need to do the same.
They're dummies for not having this place guarded better. This salvage operation is very important to the highwaymen.
We gotta punt them off the island like little footballs.
Now this looks like a party that needs crashing. Remember, the less they get their hands on, the weaker they are.
Man, this place is super ugly, but you know what? Kinda looks like Waterworld. Remember Waterworld? Great flick, man. So, it gets cool points for having that whole Waterworld vibe.
I'm not about to let these guys claim their own little island. We need to get them the fuck out of here.
I know it looks stupid, but there's a lot of scrap underwater.
They're holed up on that island real good.
Should have figured the highwaymen wouldn't give up this place easily. Looks like they brought backup, too. We're gonna have our hands full.
Man, know what we should do? Take Waterworld back for our own, put on fucking stunt shows, man. Blow some fucking minds.
Finally, this place has some proper security. The highwaymen have really turned to shit since I left.
Who knows what those little thieves are plundering down there?
Ugh, these guys are like a thorn in my side. They're digging up sunken boats and are going to use the parts to buff their vehicles. We need to stop them.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Surprise, surprise, surprise! Highwaymen are back. Big surprise. I'm being sarcastical. I mean, we all knew they'd come back. Man, let's kick their asses so bad they don't never want to come back. Like when I tried swim lessons.
The highwaymen are all over the ethanol refinery. If we don't stop them, they'll have an endless supply of fuel.
I mean, this is one of those real damned if I do, damned if I don't situations. I mean, the highwaymen being here is bad, but the folks here before me were my competition, so...
Once they had our ethanol, it was easier for the highwaymen to come after us. We need to get it back.
The guy who runs this place is a jerk-off that likes to run his mouth. I'd love to put a bullet in him.
The highwaymen can't keep this place. Ethanol's lifeblood around here.
Oh, my God. The highwaymen took over this ethanol farm. How much you want to bet the highwaymen are probably just using that ethanol for their cars like a bunch of idiots and they ain't even drinking it or nothing?
If we took this place, our fuel problems would be over.
I hate to think what these hooligans are doing with that ethanol.
Woo, boy, they got a real hard-on for ethanol. Can't blame them, though.
Fuck. The highwaymen are back at the refinery. Does anybody know how to lock shit down around here?
We really gotta cook with gas this time. Get it?
When are these dummies gonna take the hint and fuck off for good?
Highwaymen outpost up ahead. My God, they built it on the ruins of the old cult convent. New Eden can't be happy about this.
I wonder what the highwaymen are looking for in Face Old Convent. Panties? You think it's panties? It's gotta be panties, right? Probably looking for panties. I mean, when I came here, I was looking for panties.
Highwaymen set up shop wherever they can. I mean, look at this place. It's barely standing, but they managed to make the most of it.
Shit, one of the guys here now was actually an okay dude. Fuck. It's gonna suck having to murder him.
Look at these rude little children trampling Mother Nature's garden.
I've heard the Edeners used to attack this place nightly. Guess they took exception to the highwaymen building over their old convent.
I just think it's kind of weird how the highwaymen made an outpost out of an old Eden's Gate outpost. I mean, it's like the people that come here and shit on Hope County don't even have their own original ideas of how to take shits on our county.
This place is infested and needs an extermination. Sorry, I had to.
This was like an old convent or some shit like that. Overly religious people weird me out.
This here's a garden of thorns now. We should clear it out.
Unbelievable. The highwaymen slithered their way back here. Looks like it's time for round 2.
In one hand, I got an old convent. Who cares, right? But in my other hand, I got my love for killing highwaymen, so...
I'm ready for a fight. Just make a move and I'll follow your lead.
Taking this place really pissed off New Eden. That's partially why we took it.
What are those hoodlums doing in a nice green place like this?
If you want to go in there, I'm with you. But facing off against a bunch of highwaymen enforcers? I don't like our odds.
This is an old convent, so we might as well send these dummies to meet their maker.
Even rabbits know not to come back to the garden they get killed in.
What has my life come to that I'm fighting over a fucking convent?
My. Looks like the highwaymen have built their very own forge. What do you say we take it? Give them a taste of their own medicine.
Okay, you can tell them the highwaymen are scavenging metal or whatever, but all I see are a bunch of grown-ass men playing in a sandbox.
Look at that. The highwaymen are melting heaps of scrap metal. Whatever they're using it for, it's bad for us.
This is the forge. The highwaymen make weapons here. It would be good to take this place over.
They got a good scrap melting operation set up here. Be of more use to us.
They've got a damn forge. Call them maniacs, but they know what they're doing. We need to put a stop to this.
Who the fuck would want to occupy this place?
The bitch who runs this place thinks she's better than me. Can we please go kill her?
This place weren't anything before, but doesn't mean the highwaymen can have it.
I don't believe this. They've taken the forge again. How many times are we going to have to battle this one out? Come on.
Well, fuck it, man. Let's just kill them and steal this shit all over again, then.
They're holding on so tight to this scrap, they're gonna cut themselves.
Hope you like killing highwaymen as much as I do, because it looks like we lost the forge.
What, is this forge magic or something? They're back again!
Shit, do these guys ever learn, man? Or do they just keep passing them along grace so they're the next teacher's problem until they graduate high school not able to read? It's a problem, man. It's a problem.
These guys don't learn. It doesn't matter how many alarms they put up. It won't help them.
The twins sent their goons after the logging camp. They're taking our lumber.
Oh, you are kidding me. This place here, it used to be a grow-up, okay? And now the highwaymen are using it for what, lumber? You got to be kidding me, man. I ain't never thought anybody could be lamer than the cult, but here we are, man. Disappointed. It's a disappointment.
This is where we used to get the majority of our wood. The highwaymen put a stop to that pretty quick.
I think this spot used to be a camp for Jesus nerds. Now it's used for logging. Both sound terrible.
We need those logs. What would hoodlums do with logs anyway?
Man, I got no shame. I'm gonna tell you something, man, with no shame attached to it. I got a little trouble these days getting erect. Probably because I think a human man only gets a finite amount of boners, and I did so much fucking back in the day, I probably fucked most of my boners away before the age of, 35, 40 or something like that. But anyways, man, I'm thinking there's gonna be some kind of like healing metaphor. If I can take back the wood, man, take back some of the wood from the bad guys and maybe, reclaim that wood and in turn reclaim my wood, man. That makes sense, huh?
These trees are the ones without the rot. We need 'em.
Well, that didn't take long. It's like a never-ending game of tag, and right now we're it.
I don't know about you, man, but I'm ready to get some wood, man, figuratively and literally.
Logs are stupid, but murder is fun, so might as well take this place back.
They're holding tight to their wood.
I don't care much about wood, man, but I do love firing rockets, especially up highwaymen's buttholes. Not like that, man. My rockets, not my rocket. Come on now, filthy fuck.
Might as well take this logging camp back. I've killed people for less.
They've splintered themselves down deep here.
Okay, man, I'm not gonna lie to you here. Even with somebody with my experience, expertise, and my particular set of skills, this here's gonna be a challenge.
Whoever's running the show's a fucking idiot. That's a lot of firepower protecting a bunch of stupid logs. I'd say just let him keep it, but we could probably use the wood.
What in God's name? Looks like the highwaymen have turned this place into a chop shop.
This place stood long before they came here, and it'll stand after they're dead.
Oh my dang! Look what they done did in Falls End. These little fuckers are industrious.
I used to be stationed here. Everyone here used to get on my fucking nerves. I can't wait to shoot them.
A whole town into a garage. Talk about an unwholesome fixation.
We should take this garage. Last thing we want is more highwaymen vehicles on the roads.
They are dug in like the ticks in Sharky's furry suit.
Most of the highwaymen cars in the area come from here. Taking this spot from the twins will be a real kick in the clit.
This place belongs to us, not some jumped-up bicycle gang.
That antenna is one of the few means of communication we got left. We need to take it back from the highwaymen.
Man, those highwaymen took over our radio signal station, radar cluster tower thing. That's important to us.
We free up that tower, we free up some of our comms. Let's light these suckers up.
You know, this place was how we heard about Hope County. Never would have come here had we not heard that broadcast.
Survivors bled themselves dry building this thing. We can't let it go.
If we can't communicate, then we're already losing this fight. Let's take care of these goons and free up that tower.
If I'm honest, man, I do like the highwayman radio station more.
This was the first spot we took out when we came to Hope County. Taking out communication is key to an invasion.
The radio's like the brain of the county, and those hooligans are the tumor we gotta cut out.
The highwaymen are smarter than I thought. They know if we can't communicate, we're in big trouble. They won't let up on this tower anytime soon.
Man, this place is nerd central, but that doesn't mean I want the highwaymen to have it. Just because I'm Zach Morris doesn't mean I want Valley High come and take over my library.
Looks like the highwaymen came back wearing their big boy pants. Won't make a lick of difference. Let's fuck them up.
I knew they'd be back. This wasn't just the communication hub for Hope County. This was the hub for the entire nation.
Radio is for everyone! Everyone!
Now I'm beginning to get aggravated. Let's take this antenna back once and for all, and excuse me if I lose my cool in the process.
The highwaymen are a problem, but the real enemy is the person playing surf rock.
We can't let them keep this place. The highwaymen could call in reinforcements from another state.
These chickadees gotta learn to share their toys.
I say we let those guys go, man. They only want to stop the surf rock.
We need this place back. Otherwise, radio's gonna be clogged with noise.
You know what, man? This time after we take this place over, let's throw on some solid jock jams, man.
Oh no, the trailer park. The highwaymen must have driven everyone away. They don't get to squat here. Let's go have a word.
Oh no, they didn't. Highwaymen are now treading upon my family's ancestral land. Those freaks are up at my cousin's trailer park. I must avenge him. Well, I know Sharky's not dead or nothing, and I'm being dramatic, but one day he will be dead, and I'll be upset if I didn't take advantage of an opportunity to avenge something for him when I had the chance to. No regrets, man. Carpe diem.
Highwaymen have no business here. They just took this place because they could. That's gotta end.
I heard Sharky used to get pretty weird here back in the day.
Yeah, Sharky and I, we thought about moving back here, but it was just too hard to childproof the place, so we let it go. These are thoughts you gotta think as a mommy and daddy.
People are supposed to live here. It's not a gun locker.
Looks like this trailer park's fallen into enemy hands. Worried for the people who were staying here. Let's give them a reason to come back.
This little town belongs to the people. Let's give it back to them.
Man, we should have never used my cousin's deed to this place as rolling papers, man. People just rolled right in here and built these big, beautiful homes over my cousin Sharky's trailers, man. Fuck that, man. Give him a wedgie front side, throw a piece of Lego down there, too.
I give 0 fucks about this place, but we could take it over if you want.
We need to get this habitation back in the hands of decent folk.
Even when my cousin owned this trailer park, he had all kinds of infestations, man. I'm talking rats, roaches, hobos. And now there's highwaymen, I think the land's just cursed.
Why? Just why? Why defend a trailer park so heavily?
We need to flush these turds out of our toilet.
We could really benefit from freeing up that farm. The longer we let it go, the more we'll lose to the highwaymen.
Highwaymen know less about farming than I know about the male butthole.
The highwaymen have had this farm for far too long. We're struggling without it.
I fucking hate farms. But I love food, so we gotta take this place.
These lazy hooligans can't have the food on this farm. Didn't even work for it.
We gotta take this place back for Blade, man. I want him to have a haunted hayride here one day.
Look at them hoarding all our food. We put hard work into this farm.
The highwaymen should have never kicked out the farmers. They don't know the first thing about farming.
Can't cut off a dandelion's head. Gotta rip him out by the roots.
I'll tell you this, man. I was never a fan of vegetables, but when I got older, you know how it gets super hard to poo? Well, that happened to me too, and now vegetables are like my colon's best friend. I mean, I'm serious. I eat one little carrot, man. I gotta be careful not to shit my own shoulder blade out.
We've lost so much food from this farm. The highwaymen took it as soon as they arrived.
Jesus, the highwaymen have really run this farm into the ground.
I know what to do with vermin on a farm. It's whippersnapper hunting season.
Come on, Migo, let's go shove their green thumb up their candy asses. Oh, vegetable candy, that'd be good.
That didn't take long. Can't be surprised, really. This is one of our top producing farms.
We keep this farm free. We keep the county fed.